We'll chant the mantra which we had seen yesterday. Om Usham Ushan Have Vajashravasah Sarva Vedasam Dado Tasya Nachiketa Nama Putra Asa Tamha Kumaram Santam Dakshinasu Niyamanasu Shraddha Vivesha Somanyata. So Kathopanishad, all the Upanishad, they give, or their main theme is Brahma-vidya. Upanishad itself means Brahma-vidya. And Brahma-vidya means knowledge of Brahma, which is our own self. And when we recognize ourselves as Brahma, we become free of all our bondage, which is called moksha. So those who desire moksha, for them this is the path. Upanishad shows the way. All of us, we perform action in this world depending on our desires. Constantly we are fulfilling our desires. You have come here because you have desired to come here. Whatever we do in life is propelled by our desires. The desires are stored within us and also gets motivated and inspired by others around us. So various types of desires keep coming in our mind and we fulfill those desires. And why we fulfill those desires? Because when we fulfill desires, we feel happy. And why we want happiness? Because there is no reason. We want happiness. Unconditionally, all of us are seeking happiness. The scripture says, because it is our own nature. We are of the nature of happiness. Therefore, we are seeking happiness. There need not be any reason for any external reason. All of us are seeking our own self. We want to know ourselves or be ourselves and be happy. So we know only the one way of doing it, and that is by fulfilling our desires. So different types of desires keep coming and we keep fulfilling. And the trouble is that desires never get exhausted and we get exhausted. And finally we die also with lot of desires remaining unfulfilled. So our great Rishi Munis, they analyzed these desires and they found out that we have 4 types of desires. Briefly, I will tell you. I had mentioned this before also. So we have first the desire to be secure, desire to maintain our body healthy, desire to remain alive, desire to be secure. So that is the first type of desires which arise in our mind. Survival instinct which even animals, birds, they also have. Even whatever we eat or we earn or study, do so many things, but the thought behind all that we do might be just for our survival, so that we survive in this world properly. Then the second type of desire which we have is to seek pleasure. So we want to enjoy, we want to gain pleasure through the senses, through the mind. We want pleasure. Then the third type of desire which we have is of dharma, that is to be righteous, to follow the path of righteousness, to take care of other person's survival and pleasure. Not only think about ourselves, but to think of other beings also. To know and to understand that other beings, not only human beings, but other beings who are there in this world, they also want to be alive, they also want to exist, and they also want pleasure or happiness. So when we also take care of them and give them protection, give them happiness through our action, then that is called dharma. Very general meaning of the word dharma. And adharma is to disturb others, but dharma is to take care of others also. So that is the simple meaning of the word dharma. But all this is within the field of this world only, within our mind, within our world, all these things happen. But then some rare few get the desire to be free of all this, to be free of desires also, to be free of all bondage, to gain eternal bliss, not temporary happiness, temporary pleasure, because all pleasures are temporary. They begin and they come to an end. Even our party, it begins and comes to an end. Whatever we enjoy, then it comes to an end. So we have a desire to be permanently blissful, eternally secure and eternally blissful. And that is the very nature of our own self. So we want to become free of this constant worry about security, worry about gaining pleasure, and totally become free of all limitation. This is a desire which everyone has got deep within. It is not, it doesn't get manifest in all, but rare few seekers are there in whom this desire manifests, and they get this intense thirst to be free. So such seekers are called mumukshus. They have this intense desire to be free of all limitation. Even our ego creates a sense of limitation in our personality. So they want to get rid of that also. So such seekers are called mumukshus. And when they strive, they follow the path and strive to become free. When they work towards it, not just having desire and just sit quietly, but when we work towards fulfilling that desire of becoming free, then such seekers or such people are called sadhaks. They have started doing their sadhana. Otherwise, we just have desire. I want to be free. But are you doing something about it? No. Then we are not sadhaks. But when we put forth effort to really become free, based on the guidance given to us by the scriptures, then we are called sadhaks. So Upanishad gives us the guidance how we can be free, moksha, how we can attain that eternal freedom. That is, guidance is given in this Upanishad and all the other Upanishads also. We have here a beautiful story of Nachiketa which we are seeing. So Nachiketa represents this seeker who is a mumukshu and who is a sadhak also. So from his story we come to know what are the qualifications required to be a good sadhak. So one day, once upon a time, his father, Nachiketa's father, Vajashravasah, is also known as Gautama, was performing a yajna. He was performing this yajna in which one has to donate all that we have to the world. So it's like before entering the Vanprastha ashram or before taking sannyas, one donates whatever one has got. So he was doing that yajna, and his son Nachiketa, who was a teenager, was observing this. And he saw the father giving away the donations, the cows and all. So tamha kumaram santam dakshinasu niyamanasu shraddha avivesha. And he was overpowered by great concern for his father. From what he saw, he felt that this is not a proper thing to do. He also knew what is dharma, what is the path of righteousness. So one of the things in our dharma is, the basic thing in dharma is yajna, dana and tapa. Yajna, we have to perform certain activities offering to that Supreme, like puja. Then dana is sharing whatever we have with the world around. And tapa is striving to purify our own mind, intellect, and integrate our personality. So, a lot of other factors are also there in dharma, and Nachiketa knew about it. He was a very wise boy and raised in a traditional family. So he observed his father doing this yajna, and he started thinking about it. So amanyata, he thought. So what did he think and what did he see? That is now said in the next verse. Pitodaka jagdatrana dugda doha nirindriyaha ananda namate lokaha tan sagacchati tadadata pitodaka jagdatranaha dugda doha nirindriyaha ananda namate lokaha tan sagacchati tadadata. See, dana is one of the most important aspect of dharma for human being. Dana is sharing what we have with the world around. Our wealth, our talents, our goodness, land, whatever, knowledge, to share with the world. Because if we don't share, if people start accumulating, thinking that everything belongs to them, there will be total disharmony in the world. Because nothing really belongs to us. Though according to our law we say this belongs to us, but we have come empty-handed in this world and we will go empty-handed. Nothing belongs to us. Like the children going to nursery school and all, they are given some toys to play. But when they go back, those toys are taken back. But again, when they come next day, they are given it. But some children don't want to part with those toys and start crying. Our Gurudev used to describe very nicely about it. One child crying and other also start crying. But the teachers, they take away the toys. Then after a few days, they understand. And they themselves give the toy before going home. So we have come in this world. We are given whatever is required for us. But afterwards, once our life is over, we have to leave everything behind, including our body, and go, exit. Then again we come back. So when we are living in this world, we have to share whatever is there in this world with other beings around us. That is the very basis of dharma. Not only with other human beings, but with animal, birds, plant. We have to share. And when we don't follow dharma, then the the law of nature takes over. We get the result accordingly. Even nowadays we cut the trees and destroy the rivers and all. It is also adharma, because taking care of nature also is part of dharma. So this is a very important aspect. And also when we do this dana, we become free of our attachments to things and our possessions and all. And when one has to then finally take up sannyas or go on this path of this vanprastha, that time all our possession, what is there with us, we should distribute. Not other people's property we should distribute, our own. What is mine, what I have earned or whatever, I can give it away to others. So that is the yajna which Nachiketa's father was doing. And when we do it, we should have no ulterior motive and should give what is best to others. But here Nachiketa saw that his father must be having some attachment to his own son. He had kept the best thing for his son. He was rich, he had lot of cows, but the best of cows he kept for Nachiketa. We have our own attachment. And out of attachment we don't understand the value of dharma. So he had kept good cows for Nachiketa, and all those cows which were nearly dying. And here it's very beautifully described, pitodaka, the cow which has drunk the water for the last time. It can no longer, it doesn't have energy to drink more water also. Such cows. Jagdatrana, one who has eaten, those who have eaten the grass for the last time. They can't even open their mouth now. Dugdha doha, and those cows which do not give milk. Such cows. Nirindriyaha, those who have lost their limbs or those who have become barren. Such cows which were not useful for Nachiketa's father or to Nachiketa, and which will not be useful for others also, those who get that dana. Such dana was being given to those Brahmins whom he had invited. So many people, they do such type of dana also even nowadays. Need not be cows, but other things. जो हमको नहीं चाहिए वो दे देते हैं. So Nachiketa thought in his mind that ananda namate lokaha tansa gacchati ta dadata, that those who do this type of dana, they will go to the world, they will not acquire punya, but instead of punya they will acquire papa only. And they will go to that world which is free of all joy. Ananda namate lokaha. Not only in this lifetime we will incur sin and incur some sorrow and have to experience sorrow, but life hereafter also will not be happy for those who do this type of adharma. So Nachiketa thought about it. Anandanamate lokaha tansa gacchati ta dadata. And he had deep concern for his father. And he felt that maybe because of his attachment to me, he is doing like this. Or maybe he has not comprehended the significance of dharma. So he contemplated, but did not just keep quiet. He wanted to do something about it. Because he was a putra. He wanted to prevent his parents from incurring sin and suffering. So what did he do? So that is what is said. The next verse. It's very dramatic it is. Sahovacha pitaram तात कस्मै मां दास्यसीति द्वितीयं तृतीयं तं होवाच मृत्युवे त्वा ददामीति स होवाच पितरं तात कस्मै मां दास्यसीति द्वितीयं तृतीयं तं होवाच मृत्युवे त्वा ददामीति. So father was sitting on the, where he was performing the yajna and giving away the dana. So Nachiketa approached his father with lot of humility and concern. And sa hovacha pitaram, and he asked his father, because through his question he wanted to make his father aware of his dharma. And he also wanted to be respectful. He just can't go and start fighting or saying that you are wrong or something. But in a very respectful way, Nachiketa wanted to make his father aware of his dharma. So he went and asked him, because he came to know that father is doing this type of yajna because of his attachment to me. Same thing we find in Mahabharata also. Dhritarashtra's intense attachment to his own sons caused so much of trouble. The Mahabharata war was fought not because of Duryodhana or anybody, because of Dhritarashtra. Duryodhana behaved like that because of his father only. If Dhritarashtra was clear about his dharma, then this war would not have been fought. But he was so attached to his own son and attached to the kingdom, therefore he was called Dhritarashtra, one who was holding on to his kingdom. That he thought about his selfish intentions came in and his ulterior motives came in, and everything went against dharma. So similarly here also, Nachiketa understood that his father is having attachment to him. He is thinking that I should keep all this for my son, and those things, cows which will give trouble to my son, let me give it in dana. काम भी हो जाएगा, भगवान भी खुश हो जाएंगे, यज्ञ में हो जाएगा. Some people doing, even they go to temple or offer something. Sometimes the सबसे छोटा नारियल जो है वो भगवान को चढ़ा देते. So that is not proper. So he asked his father, Tata means father, Kasmai mam dasyasi iti, to whom will you offer me? So through this question, Nachiketa wanted to convey to his father that I also belong to you. So don't have this separate view about me. I also belong to you. So you should offer everything generously to the world. So don't keep anything for me. So he asked sincerely that to whom will you offer me? You are keeping all these cows and all for me, but whom I also belong to you. And when we are doing this yajna, everything should be offered. If you are offering your wealth to others, you should offer me also to God or to someone. Because parents cannot be with you throughout your life. So we have to give our children also in care of Bhagwan. So he asked that Tata kasmai mam dasyasi iti, that whom will you offer me? So father did not reply. He heard what he said. He asked, but he did not reply. Thought maybe this fellow, I don't know why he is asking such question. These teenagers don't understand anything. So he did not reply. But Nachiketa is not a person who will give up so easily. So he asked again, Dvitiyam. Second time he asked, Ki kasmai mam dasyasi iti. Kasme mam dasyati, to whom will you offer me? Father did not say anything, but he was getting little annoyed with his son. Then third time he asked, because he wanted to know the answer. This should sink in his father's head. So again he asked, Tritiyam, ki kasme mam dasyasi, to whom will you offer? And when he asked for the third time, the father really got wild. And in anger, he said, Tam hovacha mrityavetva dadami. I will offer you to death. Very strongly he told him. Just like sometimes we get angry and you die or go to hell or something like that we say. So like that he said, I offer you to death. And he said it on that auspicious place where he was doing the yajna, where he was giving all the offering to all the Brahmans and all. So the word which he used there, the sentence which he used there was became part of the yajna. It was not just, though he said it out of anger, but it also became part of the ritual. So, mrityave tva dadami, I offer you to death. And he said it angrily. Just like in Ramayana also we have that words play a very important role. Dashrath Maharaj has given word to Kaikeyi, and then later on she took those two boons and she said, and Ramchandraji just accepted that. Later on his father also said, oh, don't have to go to the forest, but he said, no, I have to keep those words because you have given those words, so I have to keep that promise. Otherwise it is adharma. Otherwise nobody will believe, the whole dharma, foundation of dharma will fall down. So Nachiketa, when he was told, I offer you to death, then he went away and started thinking, contemplating. The next verse says, Bahu namemi prathamaha, Bahu namemi madhyamaha, Kim svid yamasya kartavyam, Yanmayadya karishyati, Bahu namemi prathamaha, Bahu namemi madhyamaha, Kim svid yamasya kartavyam, Yanmayadya karishyati. Nachiketa went away, sat quietly at one place, and started contemplating on what his father has said. And he wondered that why did my father say like that? He thought that Bahu namemi prathamaha, that I am not a bad person, I am not a bad son, I am not a bad student, that out of many, Bahunam, among many, I am, my qualities, or I am first. Very frankly, he analyzed himself. That I am not a useless third-rate son, but I am among many, I can be considered as the best. See, the best is one, even about student also it is said, the best student is one who can understand what the teacher wants, who is tuned to that his teacher, and who does what the teacher wants him or her to do. Who is tuned without the teacher speaking, conveying, he is tuned and he does what the teacher wants him to do. Whether a student or a son, like in, again to give example from Ramayana, Ramchandraji and Hanumanji. Hanumanji was so tuned to Ramchandraji that he knew even when he was away from him, what exactly Ramchandraji wants. Before going to in search of Sita ji, the rainy season started, so they could not go. So everyone was waiting for the rains to get over. Hanumanji was with Sugriva, Ram and Lakshmana were there in the forest. When the rainy season got over, Ramchandraji thought the rainy season is over. Now Sugriva should come and fulfill his promise of looking for Sita ji. At the same time, Hanumanji was there with Sugriva, and he also thought, rainy season is over, now we should go to Ramchandraji and do what we have promised him. So total tuning had taken place. Sugriva had all forgotten. He was indulging in different types of pleasures. He had forgotten his promise, but Hanumanji remembered. So a best student is one who is tuned to the teacher, who doesn't have to speak. The teacher doesn't have to speak. And he understands what the teacher wants. So even the teaching, it gets conveyed in silence only to the best student. But the middling student is one for whom the instruction have to be given clearly. ऐसा करो, वहाँ जाओ. Clear instruction. Sometimes at home also, some servants and all, clear instruction have to be given. बाजार जाओ, ये लेके आओ. Even after giving clear instruction, sometimes they do something different only. What you may not even imagine that they may do. नहीं? एनसाइक्लोपीडिया लेके आओ, साइकिल लेके आती है. Whatever. So middling student is one who follows the instruction very precisely. Whatever is said, follows it sincerely. But the kanishta, the lowest type of student or son is one who even after telling doesn't do it. That is the kanishta. So here Nachiketa says that among many, I am the best. He is thinking for himself, not that he is giving certificate, but sincerely is thinking. And among many, I might be of the middle category, but I am never the lower category. I am never the worst. So why did my father say like this? So what purpose my father want to attain by sending me to Yamraj? Or what purpose my Yamraj want to attain through me, because of which my father is sending me to him? So like that he is thinking, Kim swed yamasya kartavyam, what is Yamraj's work which my father wants to fulfill through me? Yan maya adya karishyati. Why Yamraj wants me? Why father is sending me to him? In this way, he is contemplating. He had already decided that since my father has given this on this holy place, he has offered me to death, I will go to death. There is no doubt about it. So after thinking, then he also thought of his father, that he said all this out of anger, so he must be very disturbed. But he has given this vachan, so I have to fulfill it. Though he has said out of anger, but it is my duty to fulfill the words of my father. So in order to pacify his father, in order to make him realize his dharma, Nachiketa approaches his father and speaks to him. The following mantra, he speaks to his father. Anupashya yatha purve pratipashya tatha pare sasyamiva martyah pachyate sasyamiva jayate punaha Anupashya yatha purve pratipashya tatha pare sasyamiva martya pachyate. So he approaches his father, a 16 or 15 teenager-year-old boy, and he tells his father that whenever we are in confusion about what is dharma, we have to think about what our forefathers did under similar circumstances. See, there are 4 or 5 things which we can take help in order to ascertain dharma. The first thing which we can take help of are our scriptures. What the scriptures are saying about what is good, what is right, and scriptures talk about certain values. Ahimsa, Satyam, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, which has to be followed by all, which is a very foundation of dharma. Scriptures. Then we have to find out what the wise people, good people, dharmic people of the past, how they behaved under similar circumstances. Then similarly we should also behave. Then what are the people in the present time who are also righteous, who are good, how they are behaving, then we should also behave in the same way. Then we should also consider what is the tradition, what is the parampara in which, or the culture in which we are, and accordingly we should also act in the same way. And finally, he says that we have to also ask our conscience, what my conscience say? Because conscience is also our voice from within, which also guides us. But that alone cannot be taken as the final guidance, but that also is one of the 5. So what my conscience say? So here Nachiketa is reminding his father that there is this confusion about dharma. So you think, you remember how our forefathers acted. Anupashya yatha purve. And the main thing, as I said, the main crux of dharma, which is conveyed in Ramayana also, is to keep our words, Jaban. Whatever word we have given should be kept. Nowadays we have to write on stamp paper, this, that and all. Contract we have to sign. Why? Because that is the very basis. Not that we have to sign contract, but if we have given a word, then we have to fulfill that word. That is the very basis, root of dharma. Even in Mahabharata, those people had given word that they will return the kingdom, but they did not return. After 13 years, when they came back from that Ajñatvas, they were supposed to return the kingdom, they did not return. In Ramayana also, Dashrath Maharaj had given word, so Bhagwan fulfilled that. Even if father has given, the son should fulfill that word. In the world also, even when people get married, people means two, couple. When they get married, they give word, give promise. 7 promises are taken. Saptapadi. I don't remember those promises. I don't have to remember, but there are 7 promises are there. Both husband and wife, they take that I will take care of you under all circumstances. There are so many promises. So this, it is taken in front of Agni, fire. Because fire is the Sakshi. Agni ko Sakshi rakhi. Fire is the Sakshi. We are born with that, in the presence of fire. We die ultimately in fire. I mean, the body is offered to fire. So fire is Sakshi. Whatever karma we do, first we light fire, light a lamp, because it is a Sakshi. It knows. And when we die, the fire devata takes us to our destination. So in front of fire, the husband and wife, they take this promise, how they will live together and all. So that is the very basis of dharma. So here Nachiketa is reminding his father that remember all the forefathers, how they behaved. And pratipashya tatha apare, and also think about all those great people who are now, who are there in this world, how they are behaving. They are keeping their words. They whatever they have said, they fulfill it. Because that is very important. If we don't fulfill what we have said, then it creates a split in our personality. And we will never be able to go deep in our sadhana. We will never be able to transcend our mind, because mind has got split. When we sit for meditation, our mind guides us, our intellect guides us to our subtler realm. But if there is split in our personality, then we will not be able to go deep. Then it is not possible. It's like the thread, if it is multi-split, then you cannot put it in the eye of the needle. Similarly, if there is split in our personality, which comes when we say one thing, we do one thing, we behave in some other way, then the sadhana is not possible, and it destroys dharma. It is totally against dharma. So pratipashya tataha pare. So see how could people behave now. Remember how your forefathers behaved. And don't get agitated by life and death also. Because life and death is like a cycle. He's telling his father that sasyamiva martyaha pachyate sasyamiva ajayate punaha. We die to be born again, like corns, like some grains. They die, then again they are born, again they die, again they are born. So like that, this death is not the final. Even after death, we are born again. So don't have this attachment to life, attachment to property and all, but have attachment to dharma. Because dharma is that which will sustain, which will remain with you throughout, which will protect you even after death. Other things will not protect, but dharma will protect. So, for the sake of dharma, you can do everything. Even if you have to give up your life, you give up to protect dharma. If you don't protect dharma, then you will get destroyed. So he says life and death is just like a cycle. Sasyamiva martyaha pachyate. Yet like a corn, it dies, decays, and again we are born. In Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan says that jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. So this is a ongoing process. Those who take birth, they die. And those who die, they are born again. Our birth is not one time. It is a cycle. It continues. So here, Nachiketa is talking about this, Punarjanma, that there is life after death. We are born again. So he spoke to his father, pacified him, and then Nachiketa went to Yamraj. Now this is a very, the details are not given, that exactly where did he go, which route he followed. That is not given. That we will think. I will tell you the route. But suddenly there is silence, and Nachiketa has reached Yamalok, the world of Yamraj. And Yamraj was busy. Yamraj is always busy. Yamraj has got so much of work. People die everywhere, here, there, and he has to do a lot of work. So Nachiketa, when he went to Yamalok, Yamaraj was not home. In fact, this was one of the rare things which had happened. Generally, people don't go to meet Yamaraj. So Yama Bhagwan also was not ready for such a event to happen, and he had gone out. And others who were at home, his wife and other people, they were also taken aback. When Nachiketa reached there, they were also surprised. A young boy has come to meet Yamraj. People are generally afraid of death, but here he has come to face death, to talk to death. So they were also surprised. They also did not know. So Nachiketa stayed there for 3 days and 3 nights, waiting for Yamaraj to come. He felt that I have been offered to Yamaraj. So till I meet him, I will not do anything. You cannot just go there, eat and sleep and just watch television in Yamaraj's place. He said, I will wait here. I will wait till Yamaraj comes. Others might have offered him to drink and to eat and all, but he did not take. 3 nights he did not sleep. He did not eat anything. He did not drink anything. He was waiting for Yamaraj to come. This is very interesting. We will see what exactly it is, but first we will go through the story. So the next verse. Vaishvanara pravishati atithir brahmano gruhan tasyetam shantim kurvanti hara vaivasvatodakam Vaishvanara pravishati atitir brahmano gruhan. So 3 days and 3 nights Nachiketa was sitting there in Yamalok, and he had not eaten, he had not slept, he did not drink even water. And when Yamaraj came back home, his wife or some attendant came running to Yamaraj and told him the news. He said that a young boy has come, and Atithi, like fire he has come. Vaishvanara is fire. Like fire he has entered our home. See, fire also can be dangerous and can be helpful. If the fire is treated well, fire is a great blessing. In fact, for human beings and for all, fire is a great blessing. When we discovered fire, or when we human being learned to tame fire and all, a lot of things happen. But if fire goes wild, then nobody can stop it. Fire can destroy a home, and fire can protect a home also. So similarly, a Brahman Atithi has entered, he is like fire. If he is wild, if he is not pacified, he can destroy. But if he is pacified, he will be good. So here also through these words, the scripture is conveying the dharma. And one of the great dharma is that Atithi should be treated as Devata. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. So one should consider mother, father, Atithi and the Acharya as Devata. So Vaishvanara Pravishati. So the Yamaraj's wife or maybe one of the attendant told him that Vaishvanara, fire has entered our home. Atitihi Brahmanaha, a Brahman Atithi. Atithi means one who comes without a tithi, without appointment. It's called Atithi. So there was no appointment. Nachiketa did not write to him in advance or something. So he is Atiti. And Brahmana. Brahmana means one who is Sattvic, Sattva Pradhan. Is called Brahman. One who is Sattva and Rajo Pradhan is a Kshatriya. And Rajo and Tama is a Vaishya. And Tama Pradhan is a Kshudra. So this categorization is based on the gunas. So here he was a Brahman by birth also and by gunas also. So pravishati atitir brahmano gruhan. So tassetam shantim kurvanti, you please pacify him. Please make him quiet. Maybe he is annoyed, maybe he is angry. 3 days he is waiting. So he might be very angry and he might curse. And a Brahmana's curse is very powerful. Even Yamraji was scared. Everyone is scared of Yamraji, but Yamraji is scared of even this Brahmana Atiti. So his wife says that please pacify him. And how to pacify? He says, please give him water to drink. The first thing, give him water to drink. So hara vaivasvata udakam. So give him udak, water, so that his mind becomes quiet, his body also quietens down, he feels happy. So this is our culture actually in the good old days. Whenever we used to go to someone's house, first water was offered. First with water we used to clean the feet of that person and offer water to drink. Nowadays we will check whether it is Bisleri water or not. But in the good old days, good water is to be there, everyone's home, and it was offered. So tassetam shantim kurvanti vaivasvato udakam. Vaivasvata is the name of Yamrajji, because he was the son of Sun God. Yamrajji is the son of Lord Sun. And he is a brother of Yamuna. Today she might have tied him Rakhi. So Yamuna, whom we know, they are brother and sisters. And they are the children of Vivasvan. Vivasvan is Lord's son. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan Krishna, he tells that I gave this knowledge first to Vivasvan. Then he gave to Manu, Manu to Ikshvaku. So Vivasvan was given the knowledge. So son means not the physical son, but the son Devata. So Vaivasvato Udakam. So hey Vivasvan, hey Vaivasvata, please give water to him and quieten him. So Yamrajji, she further continues, his wife or maybe one of the attendant, maybe wife only. So it is not specified here. So she continues what happens when the Brahmana Atiti is annoyed. Says, Asha pratikshe sangatam sunritam. Cheshta purte putra pashuscha sarvan. Etad vrungte purushasya Yasyanashnan vasati brahmano gruhe. Asha pratikshe sangatam sunrute nrutam. Etad vrungte purushasya alpamedaso. Yasyanashnan vasati brahmano gruhe. Asha pratikshe sangatam sunrutam cha ishta purte putra pashuncha sarvan etad vrungte. All of these get destroyed if a Brahmana Atiti is at home and he remains hungry, he is not taken care of, yasya anashnan vasati brahmano gruhe, in whose home a Brahmana Atiti, a good person, a wise person, a genuine person, is not taken care of properly, then what happens? All our punya karma get destroyed. And what is that? Asha pratikshe, all our hopes and expectations of life, because there are a lot of things which we expect things to happen, and we have great hopes and all for some good tidings, good things to happen in future. But all these possibilities get destroyed if one doesn't take care of a Brahman Atiti. Then Sangatam, all the punya which one has acquired through satsang, by interacting with wise people, and the knowledge which we have gained through them, after listening to good words from them, sunrutam, listening to good words, the knowledge which one has acquired, that also get destroyed. Then cha ishtapurte, then the various sacrifice, yajnas or various rituals which we have done, and the other social work which one must have done in life, and whatever punya one must have acquired through that, that also will get destroyed. And putra pashunscha, and even the children and the wealth in the form of pashu, animals and all, or other wealth, those things also are affected and get destroyed if a person doesn't fulfill this dharma of taking care of his atiti. So purushasya alpamedasaha, for the person who is of little intellect, who is foolish, for such person who doesn't take care of a Brahmana Atiti at home, then all this will get destroyed. So this is a lesson in dharma is given here, and the importance of Atiti, and it includes actually our good values which we should follow in life and interaction with other people. First is we have to keep promise, whatever promise we have made, we have to fulfill it and treat other people nicely and take care of the atiti and all. These are all dharma. So even for Yamrajji, this is important. So he was also told that you better take care of the atiti, otherwise he might get angry, and if he curses, then it is bad for you also. So Yamrajji also was little taken aback. You might not see Yamrajji scared, but here he was scared. He said, oh, I should take care of this atiti. So then Yamrajji offers him water and he speaks to him. We'll say the next verse also, then we will see what is the significance behind. Tisro ratrir yadavatsir gruhebe anashnan brahman atitir namasyah namastestu brahman swasti mestu tasmat pratitrin varan vranishva tisro ratrir yadavatsir grihe me anashnan brahman atitir namasyah namastestu brahman swasti me astu tasmat pratitrin varan vranishva. So after offering him water, Yamrajji with a folded hand, with lot of humility, he spoke to Nachiketa and he said that for 3 nights you stayed here waiting for me. Though it was not Yamrajji's fault, but still he felt it is his, it was his responsibility. So he said that for 3 nights you stayed here. Tisro ratril yadavat sihi gruhe me. You stayed for 3 nights, you dwelt here. Anashnan, without eating. Not that he was not offered, maybe he was offered food and drink and all, but he did not take, because he wanted to meet Yamarajji first and then only take whatever. So 3 nights you have stayed here. Atitihi namasyaha, my salutations to you. See, Nachiketa was so small, a teenager. Yamarajji is great person, great devata. Everyone is scared. Nobody can escape Yamarajji. Yama, the word Yama means controller, great controller. Death is the greatest controller. Nobody can argue with death. So, such a mighty person, but he is also scared, and he is also following dharma. He is also called Dharmaraj. So he also follows dharma. He knows, Yamarajji knows the importance of dharma the most, because the result of dharma is given by Yamarajji. Once a person dies, उनका पूरा record check करते हैं. There is a Chitragupta is also there. He checks the whole record. किसने कितना क्या किया है, and accordingly he is given the result. So Yamarajji knows the importance of dharma. There is a very beautiful story in Bhagavad, wherein even Yamarajji got a lesson in dharma. He also did not know, he knew, but his people did not know. So there is the story of Ajamil. And Ajamil was a very bad person, but before dying, he took Bhagwan's name. He was calling his own son, Narayan, and he started calling Narayan, 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 and he died. And Yamarajji's Dutas came, and he was being taken to Narak. So suddenly, Bhagwan's Parshadas came there, and they stopped them. He said, you can't take him to Narak. He said, why? This is our duty. We always do. This fellow is totally adharmic. So we are taking him to Narak. He says, no, he has taken Bhagwan's name. There the Mahima of Bhagwan's name is given. That he has taken Bhagwan's name, you can't take him to Narak. He said, but he took his son's name. He said, before that son was given that name, it is Bhagwan's name originally. Just because the son has also same name, Bhagwan doesn't lose his name. It is Bhagwan's name. And they stopped. So the Yamdutas, they went to Yamarajji and they said, they are stopping us, very powerful. What should we do? Yamarajji says, oh, I forgot to give you this instruction, because very few people take Bhagwan's name. So this instruction you remember, that whoever takes Bhagwan's name and they die, you should not touch them. They belong to God, who is above me also. So that is the importance of Bhagwan Nama. Even in Gita, Bhagwan says that those who take my name and die, they reach me. They gain moksha. So here, Yamarajji knows the importance of dharma. So he says, Nachiketa, you stayed here in my home for 3 days and 3 nights without eating. I do namaskar to you. Namasyaha. Namastestu Brahman. That my namaskar to you, O Brahman. Atiti. Swasti me astu. May all good and welfare be upon me. Don't curse me. Don't be angry with me. Please bless me, he says. Swasti me astu. May all goodness be upon me. And just by this, actually, Nachiketa must have been pacified. And really, he was not angry also. So Nachiketa was pacified, he was fine. But Yamarajji felt that 3 days he had to stay here, I should give him something. I should offer him something. So he says, for these 3 days you stayed here, I am offering you 3 boons. 3 boons. Tasmat prati Train varan vranishva. I am offering you 3 boons which you can ask, and you I will fulfill those boons. Now little bit we will try to understand this yatra before we come to Nachiketa's boons. See, even when we read the boons also, it is very interesting what he asks. See, one is that here it is not given exactly how Nachiketa went to Yamalok, whether he physically went to Yamalok or whether in what way he went, it is not given. In some other place, in some Puranas, the story is there where Nachiketa was guided by some sound and he went to Yamalok. But this story is symbolic. One meaning can be that Nachiketa went to a great master and learned this Brahma-vidya. But otherwise, this story is very symbolic. Yamaloka is not out there somewhere, is within us only. The world of death, the world of Yamaloka is within us. I will tell you where it is. It is within us. When a person dies, what remains? The samskars remain. Our body is left out. Our body gets destroyed. It is then put into fire or buried, or whatever. But our samskar remains within. Our mind do not die. Our intellect doesn't die. Our senses do not die. Our pranas do not die. Pranas don't die. Mind doesn't die. Our ahankar doesn't die. With death, ahankar doesn't die. Or in the modern language, our subconscious mind, our unconscious mind doesn't die. And we don't die. We mean the Atma doesn't die. Then what happens when we die? Only the body is discarded. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan gives a very beautiful example. He says the body is like our dress. Just as we remove one dress and wear another dress, when we die, we discard one body and take up another. So when a person dies, all the samskars and everything goes where? Goes into that unmanifest, goes into our unconscious mind. All the experiences which we had in our past, they are with us. We carry them wherever we go. It's very strange. In the little body which we have, in our mind, in our subconscious, in our unconscious mind, we have the sanskar, the impressions of all our past lives. Right from the time we were dinosaurs till now, we have all the samskars in us. But I don't remember I being dinosaur. You might not remember, but it is there. And where is it? It is in our unconscious mind, which is called our Karan Sharir, which is the unmanifest. We are aware of our subconscious mind, we are aware of our conscious mind, but we are not aware of our unconscious mind. In that unconscious mind, everything is noted down. Chitragupta is there, sitting there. Chitragupta is nothing but our own chitta, in which, in a Gupta, in a very secretly, everything is noted down. So even if you don't take down notes, already notes are being taken by Chitragupta. All that we do, all that we think, all that we feel, everything is noted down. When a person dies, Chitragupta में जितना note down किया है, उसके हिसाब से we get the result. Nobody can cheat. We cannot tear one page from there. Nobody can cheat. It is everything is there. So our unconscious mind is a world of dead. World of the death. Yamalok hi hai wo. अंदर सब पूरा पुराना हिसाब किताब वहाँ पर पड़ा हुआ है. As our Gurudev used to say, all the past is dead, future is unborn, present is what is alive. नहीं? But the past dead and gone, नहीं. It is there. So when a person dies, he goes into that state of unconsciousness. And depending on our samskar, sometimes we have a good dream that is called swarga, and a bad dream that is narak. Swarga and narak is also experienced by us according to the samskar in our mind. And the wonderful thing is, or maybe not so wonderful, we experience our own swarga narak. When we go to swarga or we go to narak, we will not find our friends there. Hare Sharma ji, aap bhi yahan par? That might not be. We might see a Sharma ji there, but he is also creation of our own mind, like our dream. So, the unconscious mind and the creation of these dreams of Swarga and Narak. And once we fulfill that, our dreams get over, then again we are born in some other form, another life form. It's like waking up. Just like our deep sleep state is here and now, it is there within us. Similarly, death is also within us. Death कहीं पर दूर नहीं है. Death यहीं पर है. जहाँ पर हम हैं, वहीं पर death भी है. It is very rare few who can wakefully, awarefully reach the abode of death. And that is the path of meditation. Through the great path of meditation, we can reach the abode of death. And that is what is indicated in this story when Nachiketa stayed without eating, drinking, awake 3 days, 3 nights. It is a state of meditation only, going deep within and encountering, meeting death. And death alone tells us how one can transcend the death also. That we will see as the topic comes. See, those who transcend death, those who transcend the unconscious state, alone can reach that turiya avastha. Otherwise, all jivas who are bound, they travel in the 3 avasthas only. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Waking, dream, deep sleep state. When we wake up in the same body, that means we are still alive. When we wake up in another body, that means we are died and we are again born. But life and death and all that happens is only within these 3 states only. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Mrityu is like a death. Swarga, Narak are like some dreams, good dream, bad dreams. And again taking another birth is like waking up in a new body. But when we learn, when we follow this path of spirituality, we can go beyond death. We can transcend death. So a great seeker is one who goes deep within and learn this message, learn this knowledge from the Master who is there, who is also seated in our own heart in the form of this Yamaraj. Yama also means the discipline which we follow in life. Like in Patanjali Sutra, there are 5 yamas mentioned. What are they? Ahimsa, Satyam, Asteya, Brahmacharya and Aparigraha. 5 important values. When we follow these 5 important values, through these 5 important values also we can learn how to transcend our mind, how to go beyond death. So this has to be taken in its symbolic significance also. Otherwise, one can just listen to it as a beautiful story that Nachiketa goes to Yamraj and learns this Brahma-vidya. But a sincere seeker has to learn the technique by which he can enter the death, because our Nachiketa went to death not to remain there, but he went to come back again. We will find from his boons which he asked, he had not gone there like every other person dying, but he wakefully, in this lifetime itself, he approached death and came back. So it's a very interesting phenomena. Then Nachiketa asked for 3 boons. What are those boons? We will see them in our class tomorrow. But now we will just sit quietly for 3 minutes. Nachiketa said for 3 days and 3 nights. We will just sit for 3 minutes and then we'll conclude. So bring your attention in the present moment. And dive deep within yourself. Through your senses, enter your mind. And through the mind, enter the deeper recesses of your own mind. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari